back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be giving a review for the Sideshow Collectibles, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 6 scale Leatherface, and this is the Pretty Woman version. Now of course you know this is based on the 1974 film, which I do have right here on DVD, and this is like one of my all-time favorite horror films. So yeah, I'm definitely excited about having this because now I have a Leatherface on this scale. And I never had a Leatherface in the Pretty Woman version either myself. You know, I just had the standard one, you know, like the Slaughterhouse version. I forget what they call that one. But this is my first time actually having like the Pretty Woman type version. So yeah, I'm definitely excited about having this, and I'm going to go and get into this right now. So as you can see, this is the box that contains the Leatherface figure. I like the image on it. That looks pretty cool. It looks so realistic, you know, it's like a scene put out of the movie. And as you can see, it says the Texas Chainsaw Massacre right there. Even has it on the side too. It has Leatherface name right there underneath it. There's also like an image of him on the back too as well. So yeah, I'm going to open this on up. And as you can see, this is how it looks like on the inside. It has like that sleeve on it. And his particular figure has like a chainsaw, as you can see. I know like a lot of the horror figures has like the usual trademark like weapon of the like the horror villain or the killer, you know. So I'm going to take this on out. And this is like the separate tray that has like more of the accessories that come with Leatherface. And he has looks like quite a lot for like a horror figure. I know lately I've been doing that Sideshow, putting like more accessories with the figures. And as usual, here's like the stand that Sideshow Collectibles gives you. It says the Texas Chainsaw Massacre right there. And that's pretty cool. And it's done like in a solid black. Even I still admit, you know, they should put some color in these, but it's okay. And this here's the U-style piece that you just insert right here. Like I mentioned before, I do know that these can break. I have seen one of these break before. Now I'm going to pull out the Sideshow Collectibles Leatherface figure. I must admit I am already impressed with this too. So as you can see, guys, like the plastic on them. Take these off. And voila. I know his legs seem to be kind of loose. He stands up. I am already impressed with this already. I think that is a good likeness to Leatherface. So what I want to do first is measure the Leatherface figure. He is 12 inches too. So now what I do is talk about the likeness and the articulation of the figure itself. Now I must admit, I think this is a pretty awesome looking representation of Leatherface from the original Texas Chainsaw film, because you know he's played by Gunnar Hansen. But I think this does really look pretty good. Now I must admit, I'm not too much of a hardcore fan, so I'm betting that there's like something off even with these, because I know most of the Sideshow like horror figures, all of them have something that's like kind of off about them, like whether it's like the color or like the hair or something like that. So I bet even Leatherface has it. If I was really that hardcore, I would notice there was something like off with it. You can even see like his eyes and the mask, but this Pretty Woman mask is awesome. Like the sculpting in that, Sideshow did a good job on that. I even like how the hair looks too as well. That is beautiful. He even has like this stocky type build, you know, a heavy type build. So I think that's kind of cool. You see, he has his gut, and it actually feels like soft too. It feels like soft material. So I think that's kind of cool. I like how they stayed true to the character. He even has like this tie too as well. The shirt has buttons and stuff. I heard it was actually sweaty looking too. If you can see it real good, I don't know if the lighting picks it up. He also has like this bracelet too right here on his hand. Head can turn left and right. It looks like you can't really look up too much. You can look down. Yeah, I'm impressed with this. I think this is awesome. Like I said, I never had a Leatherface figure like this. Like in this Pretty Woman look from the end of the film. His arms can go up too. He does have a band. I guess you gotta be kind of careful being in this like it's like a suit. Cause I'll be hearing it that can rip, you know, if you're not careful. Of course, he has a hand. I think they're like on a ball joint. Here are his shoes too. And there are actually cowboy boots too as well. I think you can raise them up, and these are like cowboy boots. Let me see if I can do it. So how you can see Leatherface actually has on cowboy boots. Something that's kind of, and they have their own design like sculpting in them too as well. Now that is awesome. No, you wouldn't even see that unless you pull it up, you know. So I think it's cool they went to that length. He does have a bend in the knee too as well. You can even kind of do an ab crunch too. I bet he'll probably fall over though. I really am impressed with this. But I bet there is probably certain things. Cause I'm not like a hardcore like Leatherface fan. But I bet there are like certain things that I don't notice, you know, that is off with this. Like I said, like most of the Sideshow Collectible like horror figures, they have like something that still be kind of slightly off. It's not really completely accurate. But I think this is amazing and awesome figure. This is easy one of my top figures of the year. I think it's cool too. If you look right here kind of closely, Leatherface even has a scar right there from when he cut his own self at the end with the chainsaw. When he was running after the woman, he actually cut his own self right there, as you can see on his leg. Cause the truck driver had threw the, I think it was like a wrench at him and knocked and hit him in his face, and you know he fell back and cut his own his own self with the chainsaw. And they actually do have that wound right there. So I think that's awesome that you can see that. Now I want to move on to the accessories that come with the Sideshow Collectibles Leatherface figure. Right here, as you can see, he has 6 alternate hands. He has a left and right gripping hand, and these are nicely sculpted. You can see the veins in them and so on. I noticed these aren't bloody, I don't think. Then he also has 2 kind of, I guess you could say, relaxed type hands. These might even be for the chainsaw, because they're kind of open. Then he has left and right, these kind of hands, like grasping type hands, like he's reaching out. So he has 6 alternate hands, but like a total of like 8 interchangeable hands. Another thing I want to show too is actual, these were the hands that were on Leatherface right here. Now I want to continue to move on through the accessories that come with the Sideshow Collectibles Leatherface figure. He has his chainsaw right here, as you can see. Now when you look at it, it's actually like a greenish color too, but it is nicely detailed. You can see like blood on it too as well, so I think they did a pretty good job on that. It looks like rusty and stuff too as well. Even like where the gas will go and all that's like sculpted in, so I think that's awesome. Even when you would pull like the rope thing, there's like the fan too as well. And it has like the handles. Now I must admit, this doesn't feel fragile, but I won't be surprised if it would break, you know, if it fell or something. So I would recommend probably being careful with this. But this is nicely sculpted though. It looks awesome. Now I just wanted to show Leatherface with the chainsaw in his hand, right there as you can see. It has a good grip on it. Now I did loosen it though before I did it. But he does have like a good grip on it. It does like the hand is kind of loose on it. That could be just mine though when he's holding it. But I did, like I said, just loosen it though. And it'll be kind of hard to kind of raise this up because you don't know, in fear of breaking the suit. But yeah, he does like hold it pretty good. He has a good grip on it. I noticed the hand is kind of loose. That could be because I just like loosened it up with like a hair dryer. I'm sure it'll probably get like solid and like you know, like stiff again. Now the next accessory that comes with Leatherface is the this knife that he has, which is awesome. As you can see, there it is. It's not bloody or anything either. It has that sculpted like on the back of it too. I think that's pretty cool. Then he also has like the hammer. Now he did use this a lot throughout the film, bashing people's head in and so on. Now this is like the other look that comes with like a Leatherface, like this alternate head. This is like the I think they call it the old lady look. This is how it looks, and this is sculpted pretty good. So you can tell this is one of the Leatherface like victims that he removed their face, like their skin. You can say right there, I guess where he bashed it or whatever. I'm not sure, but this is nicely sculpted though. You can even see like his eyes in here, because he didn't wear this too much in the film, just like certain scenes. Hair is nicely sculpted. So that's if you want to do like the old lady look. Like I said, he didn't really do that much in the film. And here's like the actual apron, which they had in plastic too. It even has like pockets too, where you can put stuff in the pockets. Like it has like working pockets. And here's like the apron itself too. It's even like dirty around like the collar. So you actually have to put this round Leatherface and like tie it. I probably never like display them like this though. But I think it's cool that Sideshow Collectibles gave us this little bin. They did have the actual traditional and main look that we know of Leatherface. You know, with like the I think they call it the slaughterhouse, with like the yellow apron and you know all that. Something like his main look, because he didn't even do this until like the end of the film. You know. But I think this is awesome that Sideshow Collectibles gave us these. I think this is an awesome figure too. This is easy one of my top figures of the year. Okay, that's the Sideshow Collectibles, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 6 scale Leatherface, and this is the Pretty Woman version figure. This figure is awesome and superb. I would definitely recommend this for like fans of like the especially like the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre film. I would definitely recommend it for the fans of that film, you know. Or I guess if you're just a fan of like Leatherface in general, like the likeness to a Leatherface like that was played by Garner Hansen, I think they did a pretty good job on this figure. It's awesome. Now I must admit, I'm not like too much of a hardcore fan of Leatherface, so I bet there are like certain things that were like kind of off with this, you know, that I don't notice, you know, because I don't really like know it too hard, you know. So, because I know most of the other like horror figures like from Sideshow Collectibles, they all have like certain little things that's off about them, you know. They're not like accurate, completely accurate. It's like what it's like the color of their clothes, or like the hairline is off, you know, or certain things like that. All of them have something that's kind of off. It's like Sideshow Collectibles is just making these figures like you know who these figures were basically. You know, like that's what they're actually doing with these. You know, they're not completely accurate, but they are accurate. It's just I looked at. But it's still be like something that be like slightly off, like most of them from what I have been noticed. I have even been hearing that this is the most accurate one too, so you know. But yeah, this is awesome. This is easily one of my top figures of the year. And you know, this is based on the Toby Hooper film right here, the original one, which I have right here on DVD. So yeah, I would definitely recommend picking this figure up. This is awesome. So this is the Sideshow Collectibles, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Leatherface Pretty Woman version 6 scale figure. Please leave a comment and subscribe too as well.